Are you sure about this? If we agree to take all colors, it could get ugly.
We have no choice. The sheep are bleeding all over the place. And what is wrong with your voice, Kelby? You sound like a chick.
It's those blasted hormone shots CW made me have for the last governor takeout mission. Now he's got me in a tanning bed 8 hours a day for the next one.
We'll just have to make the best of it. If I hold my hand up like this, put the board on hold so I can speak to you only. And Kelby, if you screw this up, you're done. For real, this time. Let's get on with it.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Rams and News. This is the First National Republic Fireside Chat. Coming to you from National Headquarters in downtown Ozark, Alabama. Without further ado, I present to you President Turner.
Hello everyone. Just like I promised, I will take your questions and answer them to the best of my ability. Please try not to ask the same ones over and over again. We want to make sure everyone gets a chance to speak.
New York. Your question is, Mr. President, will you submit to a lie detector when answering all questions this evening? Or do you mind if we have an expert analyze your answers and body language for national publication?
Well, I don't know why you would want to do that, but absolutely. God wants me to tell the truth.
Oregon, go ahead. Mr. Turner, having read the Communist Manifesto and the American Constitution, many in Assembly in these United States feel that your current platform is much closer to the Communist Manifesto. Do as the Ayatollah Turner says, or be removed from office. What say you?
Well, now I don't know why you would ask me that. I've said all along, National can't tell the states what to do. We are just waiting to hear what the people want.
Nevada. At what point did the intergalactic aliens decide to sign a treaty with you, which by the way was not ratified by Congress or the people? They can surely just do as they please and take what they want without consulting the hillbilly president. A treaty is an agreement in defeat, so just exactly what did you promise the Green Boys? And assuming you do know any treaties have to be ratified by the people, how did you think you would get away with it?
What are you doing, you idiot?
You told me to take all colors. What do you expect?
I cannot speak for the aliens. They came to me, and God said not to discriminate. Besides, this is an interim government, remember, so the rules don't apply.
Utah. Since you have refused to enter into a deeper understanding of the Bible and have chosen a cannibalistic limited version of it, at what point do you finally get it that God is not joking to you? CW is programming you. For example, Mr. Turner, you have said that God told you that you never have to say you were sorry again. Any real Christian would be alarmed at your lack of humility.
I don't try to argue, I just do what God tells me to do. Maybe you need to ask him yourself.
Oklahoma, you're on. Since National is the child of the collective states, what gives you the authority to have your collection of simpletons sign over the natural resources to the non-constitutional Ayatollah Turner?
It's not my fault.
Arizona, go ahead. You have said that a nasty individual from the Republic turned you into the State Department, and that is why you can't get a passport. We demand you prove that, Mr. President.
I have intel from the CIA that it was that Luciferian Georgia woman and her satanic Bush 41 cabal. I am not at liberty to share top-secret documents, though.
That's funny, Mr. Turner. She seems to be able to share plenty of evidence that you are lying. Why is that?
I told you before, it's not my fault.
Georgia, oh boy. You're on. We have several questions. If you are so worried about the two girls from Florida taking foreign funds, why have you spent the last 9 months working with a DoD money launderer for the CIA in an attempt to get funds from overseas to fund the Republic? Why have you set those ladies up? Was it just to give you an excuse to attempt to frame Richard Murray and Barrios for your own crimes? What about the proof that has already come forth that it was you, CW and Carl, who arranged for the fugitives from the FBI to be taken out of Hawaii? What will you say in court when those people you duped into helping you testify against you in court? What about the indisputable proof that has come to light which proves it is you, who has been working with Jamabuna this whole time? When will you really resign from FEMA? And finally, Mr. Turner, what is the over-under of life expectancy in days and months for somebody attempting to steal from the 5-star Bush 41 stash?
That's all disinformation. It doesn't matter how much evidence there is. Listen, folks. God is in this and he tells me what to do. So, it's not my fault.
California, go ahead. We too have multiple questions. Do you think it wise to have a cross-dressing, twinkle-toed mortgage fraud expert running housing and development? Do you think it wise to have a South African Nazi in a weasel suit as the Chief Justice of America? Do you think it wise to have Wade Butler as Secretary of State and hope the leaders of the world will have a kumbaya, come to Jesus moment when negotiating on behalf of this country? Why are you hiding the fact that you have ordered Jim Fitzgerald to orchestrate the removal of our governor? And furthermore, Mr. President, are you aware of the fact that no amount of prayer can fix stupid?
Oh, look at the time. I'm afraid we won't have time to answer that one. We'll have to save it for the next fireside chat. Next year for sure. Thank you for attending and good night.
Whoa, that was rough. I told you this open question idea would backfire.
Kelby?
Yeah, Tim.
You're fired. For real this time. Oh, and Kelby? Hand over the database of the people's financial records from the Bureau of Records site. It looks like I'm going to need some fast cash too. I doubt the barter scam is going to be quick enough, and I used up all those silver coins, financing the Demetrians and Tama.
Maybe you should have written down all the lies we told before you agreed to do this. Well, I guess it's your problem now. Oh? And Tim.
What?
You can forget about that database. You know there's no honor among thieves. Get Fitzgerald to give it to you next time he sends it out all over the place.